Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Ikmal bin Jamal Sadwi and my number matrix is AA191616 from Section 1 Electronic. Today I will present for Lab 3, Experiment 3, which is a simple DC power supply. So let's go through for the first pre-lab question. The pre-lab question is about for the full wave rectifier in figure 3.5, determine the output voltage and the current through a 5.1 kilo ohm load with a sinusoidal 12 V RMS, 50 Hz input voltage. Use suitable approximation. Figure 3.5. So these are my pre-lab calculation that I got. My VP is a 16.97 volt and the VP out is a 15.57 volt after being minus by 2 diode that operating while in full wave bridge rectifier, and the VDC is a 10.8 volt, IDC is a 2.1 milliamp, and the VAVG is a 4.95 volt. So let's go for the first part 1 full wave bridge rectifier, just for our lab. Question A is about build the circuit in figure 3.5 with a 5.1 kilo ohm load and sinusoidal 12 V RMS and 50 Hz input voltage. Measure and record the peak value of the input Vs and output waveform and label our waveform. So they use a 240 volt VRMS in primary and a 50 Hz, and they use a ratio of 1/20 here to get a 12 VRMS. So I set up a V sign is a 339.41 after being transferred to 240 VRMS, after converting from 240 VRMS to VP to peak 339.41 volt, and the frequency is 50 kilohertz and 50 hertz, and the ratio I use in transformer is a 1/20. So the Vs that I got is a 11.9 volt for VSP, and the VLP is a 10.8 volt, and the graph should be like this, and the blue color wave is a V4 going through rectifier, and the red is the output after go into rectifier. So the VSP will be a blue line. I use a 5 volt for 1 volts here. 5, 5, 10, 15, 15 plus plus. Not 11.9. 11.9. I use here. Okay. So my question B is compare the experiment result with the calculation value in parallel. So my calculation is slightly different with the experiment result. So we continue with the part 2, which is power supply filter and Zener regulator. Question C is about add a 470 microfarad filter capacitor as in figure 3.6. Record and label the peak value of the output waveform. Measure the ripple voltage VR peak to peak and the DC value VDC. So I made a wrong sketch here. So let's try in practice. I set up the amplitude and the frequency as a previous one, and the transformer, the ratio is a 1/20, and the microfarad is a 470. So as we can see, at the blue one is before rectification. So it showed that the sine wave of the blue is not stable, and the red sine wave is after rectification. So this the filter, the red one is a filter, and the blue one is unfiltered, and the yellow one is a input with the primary before secondary. It's input voltage primary, and you can see the peak VR peak to peak is about 18 volt, and the blue one is 18 volt. You can see that, yeah, 19 volt and 16 volt. So let's refer to the graph. It should be like this. It should be like this. And so the VR peak to peak at here, and the VR peak to peak should be here, 11.4, but in the graph it show 18 volt. Okay, so let's continue for the question D. Replace the 470 microfarad capacitor with the 47 microfarad capacitor. Record and label the output waveform measuring the ripple voltage VR peak to peak and the DC value. So this, I made it wrong also. It should be like this, the VR peak to peak ripple voltage. And in purchase, replace the 470 microfarad with a 470 with 47 NF, and the ratio is still same, 120, and the amplitude voltage is the same as previous one. Let's see the graph. So you can see that the ripple voltage is start to reduce. It be a 15 voltage, as the previous one is a 18 voltage, and the sine wave also changed slightly different with the previous one. So let's continue to question C. Add Zenadite shown regulated as in figure 3.7 using Zenadite 1N751A. Record the output voltage waveform for a 5.1 kilo ohm load. So during the forward bridge rectifier operate, the Zener diode will be a reverse bias, so the output should be 5.15 volt, and the graph also should be a clip, So I set up the V sign is as a previous one, also the transformer 120, and the Zener diode, and the capacitor is a 47 TNF. And we can see that the Zener diode start be clipping earlier, and it's a 5 approximation. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you.